If you haven't started investing yet and you keep telling yourself you'll do it later, this video is for you. Because what most women don't realize is every day and every time you delay this, it's actually costing you something. And it's not just money, but it's options, freedom, time, and flexibility in your future. And as someone who has built a $250,000 investment portfolio, starting with small amounts, literally just $100, I'm going to show you exactly what it's costing you to wait and what happens when you finally start. Because the biggest mistake I see women make is thinking they have more time than they actually do. When in reality, the earlier you start, the easier this becomes. So let's talk about it in this video. But before we do, hey girl, hey, my name is Jocelyn and I am the founder of Maximize Money and a money coach that teaches women how to invest their first $100 in the stock market and grow their money with confidence. And as I mentioned, I know what you're doing right now, okay? You are waiting, you are delaying, you are thinking, you are overthinking, you are over-researching instead of actually doing. And as I always say, investing is not a spectator's sport. What it's costing you is so much more than you trying to avoid it, okay? It's costing you time, i.e. time that you should be doing and using to do the things that you want to do, which means that you're going to be likely working on your job or working your business later than you want to, longer than you were to, harder than you want to because you didn't put your money to work. It's costing you options to do what you want to do, the work that you want to do, and who you want to do it with. And it's costing you your freedom, okay? Freedom to sleep in, freedom for slow mornings, freedom to travel, freedom to live that soft life that we all desire. But what I always say as well, okay, I have a lot of quotables, is that in order to live a soft life, you have to do hard things. And one of those hard things is making the decision to see your money as a tool. I think a lot of us, especially my 9-to-5 girlies, I'm always gonna call y'all out because I spent most of my life being a 9-to-5 girly, okay? But also my business owners. A lot of us get used to getting that consistent income, that consistent check, and you spend it on things that don't matter to the point where the check might already be gone because you had stuff that you needed to pay for from the last check that you're paying for this one, and you're just keeping yourself in this cycle of overspending and spending on things that don't matter. And at some point, you're going to look up and realize, and hopefully sooner than later, that I have to put my money to work. I have to ensure that my money is growing and that it's growing without me having to work for it. And that is really what investing is. Investing is one of the only ways, okay, to grow your money passively, which means that you don't have to work for it. Right now, whether you're working a job, whether you're working your business, growing your business, that is all active income. And the longer you put off investing, the longer you'll be doing that, okay? And I know you don't want to be 60, 70, 80 on your job if you don't want to. A lot of people are, though. There's this woman that I follow on social media. I love what she's doing. It's about, midlife women that didn't essentially prepare financially for later in life, like getting closer to retirement age. And she always talks about her regret of not starting her investing journey, not starting her saving journey in her 20s, in her 30s. And she always urges us, because I'm in my late 30s, to invest. And so at some point, her and I will have to do something together because she's not a money coach. She's more of like a create passive income, catch up kind of coach, And right now she's working like her main job, but she has these side hustles. She's having to catch up and try to get that money and grow that money as she's turning 60 years old, And I love that she's telling that story as someone who's a little later in life than I am, because I think a lot of us don't recognize that we can easily wake up and end up in that situation if we don't get serious about our money. And she always tells us to not be like her. And I love that because I'm in my 30s trying to tell y'all to not do the same. And I know that I have a wide audience. Like, I've worked with women in their late 50s. I've worked with women as early as 23, But we all have the same outcome, which is to know that our money is working for us and to put your money to work so that you don't have to work forever for it. So one thing I want you to keep in mind and I want you to lock in is that the longer you wait, the harder this gets. And that is what I don't want you to focus on. Like, I want you to know that, like, my money is working for me. And even if you are, a little older watching this video, maybe you're in your 50s, there are a such thing as catch-up contribution. So if you do decide to, add more to your 401k, they allow you to invest more because you're later in life. The same thing with the IRA, which is an individual retirement account. Like, I recommend that you don't just rest your morals in your 401k, your 403b, your company-sponsored retirement account, because that account is taxed, okay? When it's time for you to take the money out, you're going to be taxed on it. Versus an IRA, I talk about this frequently. If you decide to go a Roth IRA route, that means your money is growing tax-free and you can withdraw it at age 59 and a half and beyond tax-free, okay? And a lot of us don't even use that account, and I'd hate to see it, because the IRA, specifically the Roth IRA, is a game changer, and I need more women talking about it and not treating it as a savings account, because that's not what it is. An IRA is an individual retirement account, okay? So it's the retirement account that you have control over. A lot of us have these company-sponsored, 401ks, 403bs, 457s, and I recommend you have those, okay? The majority of my portfolio is combined of past 401ks that I've had, but I am already seeing the fruits of my labor of just starting with my Roth IRA that I started back in 2022. I'm already close to $70,000. Now, granted, I max that thing out every single year, which means that I contribute up to the match, and I'm still hoping I can do that in 2026. The Lord says the same. But I saw the growth of my money exceeding anything that I could work for, like I saw it continue to increase, and I was like, wait a minute, I could have been investing and seeing my money grow in real time instead of me working all hard for it right now. No. But the beauty of investing is that while you are working, while you're traveling, while you're resting, while you're spending time with your family, your money is always working for you, which is why I always from the mountaintops the importance of just simply starting, even if it's $100, because that's what I started with. I started with just $100, y'all. And over time, I started using these accounts strategically. I started adding more than $100. As I mentioned, I started maxing out my portfolio, my IRA, because I often get questions like, how long did it take you? And I always am transparent, and I say it took me 10 years. The first 6 years were me just lollygagging, just leaning on my 401k, but I'm seeing the growth from my HSA, which is my health savings account. I'm seeing the growth from my Roth IRA, and I literally just spent 3 minutes talking about the power of a Roth IRA. That's tax-free growth. That's the account that you can use and have full autonomy over what you invest in. With the 401ks and the 403bs, they give you a list of things that you can invest in. And often they're target date funds, and we love target date funds around here, okay? Let's be clear. But I want control over my money. I want to be able to continue to save for my retirement, whether I work a 9 to 5 or not. I'm not about to be on here creating videos in my I might. But I'm not looking to plan that way, okay? I want to know that I can say, you know what? I've built Maximize Money up so great that this thing is running for itself, or I pass it off to somebody else, I sell it to a company, and now I can do what I wanted to do this whole time, which is be a millionaire that invests in other people's businesses, okay? My goal is to be a venture capitalist. I want to invest in Black women's businesses that I believe in, okay? So that's the goal, okay? I'm doing all this to build up to that so that I can just freely give y'all money and I can just kick back. I've already did my work, And investing is a great way to help me reach that goal. So again, the longer you wait, the harder this gets, and I don't want you to look up at 50, at 60, at 70 and have a shoulda, coulda, woulda mindset. I want you to start now, whether you are in your 50s or not, your 40s, your 30s, your 20s. And if you need help, as I mentioned, I have something for you. And that's exactly why I created the Invest Your First $100 virtual workshop, okay? This is happening on Saturday, May 16th, okay? We're gonna sit down together on Zoom and actually do this together. You're gonna walk away with 3 things. You will have it open to your first investment account, which is your IRA, your individual retirement account. Most of us make less than $150,000, so we opt for the Roth IRA because we want our tax-free growth, our tax-free contributions, our tax-free withdrawals after age 59 and a half. That's the account I'm going to walk you through so that you can open your own account, okay? We're going to choose your first investment. I'm going to give you my framework, my methodology, so that you know how to choose the right investment and know what you're investing in, because a lot of us are investing in things we don't understand, and it's because you're likely watching some video online or someone said you should invest in this. They're telling you what their returns are. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that my portfolio is returning a certain amount. Even this year alone, my portfolio is up 16%, and I don't even even invest actively anymore because I'm not getting consistent income and I don't want to live on my business income. I'm living on my savings right now. But baby, once we get back in there, the solo 401k is coming, okay? Maybe there will be a company-sponsored retirement account in the future. I don't know. But I'm not slipping with my retirement because, again, I'm not looking to be up on here talking to y'all. No shade. I'm just not looking to do that. I want to be a private venture capitalist that gives my money to Black women-owned businesses I deserve, okay? That I believe in. But it takes me getting serious and laying a foundation now so that I can do those things in 10 years and 20 years, maybe 5 years if the Lord says the same, okay? So the last thing we'll do in that workshop is actually invest your first $100, okay? So it's one account, one investment type, which are ETFs, exchange traded funds, or index funds. I give you my starter list. I show you how to research these things so you know exactly what you're investing in. I always tell my girls, if you can't explain to me what you're investing in one sentence, you do not need to be investing in it, okay? Now, if you do, that's up to you, but it's your account, your investment, your $100. You do not send it to me. You just pay for access to the workshop, and then I give you the game. I give you just enough to take action. So by the end of that workshop, you will have invested your first $100 with me and a group of like-minded homegirls. And if I'm honest, baby, I attract the best, okay? I could brag on my money girls all day, okay? But if you want to hear more about what that experiences look like, if you want to hear more from my money girls who have joined my workshops, I'll include the link to both of my recaps in the description. And while you're down there, just go ahead and click the link in the description as well to join my next workshop on May 16th. I do these, I want to say on a quarterly basis, but this is my last one before summer because baby girl wants to live her life, okay? I got other things to focus on. And I want you to enjoy your summer too, okay? So I want you to understand the cost of waiting is more than just your money. It's your time, it's your freedom, it's your options. So join me on May 16th for that next workshop. If you're watching this video after May 16th, maybe it's June, July, August, know that these will return in September. But if you watched this before, baby, and you've been watching all my videos, it's time for you to take action, okay? I'm gonna give you some tough love because you deserve it, and I want better for you, okay? So if you want to build this kind of portfolio that I have, if you want to build beyond it, because I want you to have better than me, then you need to join my workshop where we will walk through my framework, again, of choosing the right investment. I have an AIM framework where we assess, we implement, and we monitor, and you know how to build that portfolio for yourself, and you know what to do with that $100 moving forward, because really what this is a behavior problem. It's not a knowledge problem because the knowledge is out there. At some point you have to take action, and if I would have taken action earlier, like at 21, 22, I would be in a completely different place right now. And again, I'm sure there are a gang of other women that feel that same way. So don't be that person waiting year after year, month after month, decade after decade. I want you to stop thinking and start investing, okay? Just $100 is all I'm asking of you. So if you have been watching all of these videos, thank you, number one. But if you haven't started, this is your moment, y'all. Join me on Saturday, May 16th for the Invest Your First $100 virtual workshop. We will assess where you are. We will open your first account. We will choose your first investment, an ETF or an exchange traded fund. I'll break down both of them, okay? You will know exactly what these are, and you will invest your first $100 with me step by step on the workshop. So stop leaving and stop waiting and stop consuming and start taking action, okay? This is it. So I don't want you to wait until you feel like you're ready. I want you to decide today that I am an investor and I'm starting my investing journey, because if not now, when, okay? Now, if you are watching this video and you're like, okay, like I know that I want to invest, I'm planning to invest, but I need to get my money right and I don't know if I should save or invest, then I want you to watch the next video that I'm going to pop up on the screen. It's about deciding when it's time to start saving, when it's time to stop saving and start investing it. And I'm going to walk you through my preferred order of operations when it comes to your money and where investing fits and where saving fits. So click the link. Don't click the link, child. Click the video that pops up on the screen and let's talk about it together.